What's up, y'all? Can I get a kiss? And can you make it last forever? How can you make it see you again? Let's go, y'all. Hit that subscribe button. What's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome in. This is gonna be a quicker live because I have to get to bed soon because I'm waking up at 4. So that's fun. Everyone hit that like button. Let's go. Everyone hit that like button. Thank you guys so much. Why? Because I'm going to the airport. Everyone hit that like button. Thank you guys so much for joining. Welcome in, chat. Everyone double tap your screens, hit that like button. Let's go. Everyone double tap, remember? What's up? What's up? What's up? Everyone hit that like button. I'm doing good. How are you? What's up? What's up? Everyone hit that like button. Yeah, I'll do some shoutouts in a second. I'm doing some shoutouts in a second. You dislike fake people? I don't blame you. Everyone hit that like button. Let's go. This is going to be a quicker live. I can't be on for too long. Probably 20 minutes. 20-minute live, guys. Everyone do me a favor. Hit that like button. If you donate, you get your name on the board. Everyone double tap your screens like this. Everyone double tap your screens like this, y'all. We're going to get some shoutouts going here. Everyone spam click your screens like that. Hit that sub button. Comment your names in the chat for a shout out. And if you donate, you get your name on the board. Alright, let's do some shout outs. You need my opinion? Alright, bet. What's up? Comment your guys' names in the chat. Hit that subscribe button. Shout out to Ava for subscribing. Oh my. Wait, what currency is that, bro? I'm about to freak out. Yo, Landon, what's up, bro? Is it okay if I get mod? It's fine if no. Love your shorts, bro. Keep it up. Hope you get 1 million subscribers. Hey, man, if I see you a little bit more, I got you. See you a little bit more. See how you act. See how you comment, if you know what I mean. But thank you so much, bro, for the $5 donation. What was your name? What was your name? What was your name? Insane Gamer Kid. Let's say Gamer Kid for the $5 donation. Really appreciate that donation, man. And yes, I will probably give you mod. I just need to see you for a little bit, you know? I haven't ever seen you, I don't think. But guys, everyone hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat. Let's try to get to 280,000, guys. Everyone hit that subscribe button. Comment your names in the chat. Shout out to Riley for subscribing. Shout out to Cassidy for subscribing. I'm verified. Can I get on the board? Nah, man, I'm sorry. The only way to get on the board is donations, so I can't be unfair. Hey, Preppy Slays. Thank you so much, Preppy. Thank you so much, Preppy, for the $5 donation. Really appreciate you. Let's get your name on the board. Let's go. Preppy with the $5 donation. Thank you so much for your generosity. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want a shout out. Oh my goodness. We got the same name. AW. So your name's Landon. I'll put your name on here. Landon for 5. Everyone's in here donating 5s, which is insane. Thank you guys so much. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want a shout out. Let's go, let's go. Let's get some shout-outs going. Let's try to get to 280K. Everyone do me a favor in the stream and double tap your screens, guys. Everyone spam click your screens like this. Everyone spam click your screens like this. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much. Let's do some shout-outs. Shout out to Emma. Shout out to Anna for subscribing. Shout out to Luke for subscribing. Shout out to Milila for subscribing. Luca for subscribing. Itachi for subscribing. Eli for subscribing. Alexis for subscribing. Asa, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Jade, for subscribing. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream tonight. Really appreciate you guys. Shout out to MJ for subscribing. Brentley for subscribing. Shout out to Jetta for subscribing. Shout out to Amelia for subscribing. Shout out to Brentley for subscribing. Shout out to Ava for subscribing. Shout out to Rachel for subscribing. Shout out to Jetta for subscribing. Shout out to Lola for subscribing. Thank you so much. Shout out to Luke for subscribing. Shout out to Jade for subscribing. Shout out to Virgil for subscribing. Shout out to Aaron for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat for a shout out. Shout out to Glory. Shout out to Trevor. Shout out to Oleana. Shout out to Doma. Guys, if you donate, you get your name on the board. Thank you guys so much for supporting. Shout out to Sean for subscribing. Shout out to Nevea for subscribing. Shout out to Rachel for subscribing. Tatiana for subscribing. Thank you, Kate, for subscribing. Everyone hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. We're 500 subs away from 280. Let's try to get to 280, guys. Shout out to Elena for subscribing. Shout out to Hadley for subscribing. Shout out to Hannah for subscribing. Shout out to Aria for subscribing. Shout out to Domo for subscribing. Shout out to Nilium for subscribing. Luca for subscribing. Adler for subscribing. Lillian for subscribing. Hey, 300K, here we come. You already know. Shout out to Chandler for subscribing. Shout out to Jake for subscribing. Shout out to Claw for subscribing. Shout out to Amelia for subscribing. Shout out to Chandler for subscribing. I'm going to try to get 300K by on stream. Shout out to Rachel for subscribing. Appreciate you so much. Shout out to Nilum for subscribing. Guys, if you donate, you get your name on the board if you want. Shout out to Andrew for subscribing. Shout out to Mia for subscribing. Shout out to Nylum for subscribing. Andrew for subscribing. Yaharia, thank you so much for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Let's get to 280,000 tonight. Shout out to Emily for subscribing. Shout out to Maria for subscribing. Shout out to Alexa for subscribing. Shout out to Bethany for subscribing. Shout out to Gracie for subscribing. Shout out to Jade, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Chandler, for subscribing. Thank you, Ricky, for subscribing. Thank you, Liv, for subscribing. Thank you, Bonnie, for subscribing. There's this girl talk. Like, right, man, she said she'll never stop. She's never wanted. Okay, wait. What do you need my opinion on then? That sounds like a fake friend then. Shout out to Logan for subscribing. Shout out to Ivy for subscribing. Shout out to Ashlyn for subscribing. Shout out to Tameo for subscribing. Shout out to Logan for subscribing. I'm 15. Shout out to Stella for subscribing. Shout out to Ivy for subscribing. Shout out to McKenna for subscribing. Shout out to Kaylee for subscribing. Shout out to McKenna again for subscribing. Stella for subscribing. Abby for subscribing. Eliza, thank you for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Thank you so much. I think you will get 750K by next summer. Hey, hopefully, man. If you donate, you get your name on the board. Guys, thank you so much for all the support. Shout out to Eli for subscribing. Thank you so much. Shout out to Bailey for subscribing. Shout out to Aaron for subscribing. Shout out to Thanda for subscribing. Shout out to Nora for subscribing. Shout out to Maria for subscribing. Trevor, thank you for subscribing. Volts for subscribing. Willow for subscribing. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Shout out to Trevor for subscribing. Shout out to Kenna for subscribing. Ellie for subscribing. Thank you so much. Shout out to Molly for subscribing. Shout out to Harley for subscribing. Madison for subscribing. Abby for subscribing. Chandler for subscribing. Shania for subscribing. Shout out to Gailey for subscribing. McKenny for subscribing. Sammy for subscribing. Virgil for subscribing. Chandler, thank you for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Thank you so much. Bro, where's... Shout out to Isabella for subscribing. Shout out to Grace for subscribing. Shout out to Lyric for subscribing. Shout out to Crystal for subscribing. Shout out to Cruz for subscribing. Grace, thank you for subscribing.
Yo, landing.
Bro, what?
Oh my bad. Are you on stream?
Yeah.
It's Chronicle. What?
Yo, Chronicle, what's up? Hold on. I'll call you back in like 15. Alright. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Sorry about that. Guys, everyone do me a favor. Hit that like button up top. Let's get to 150 likes. If you donate, you get your name on the board. What's up, Marley? What's up? Shout out to Chloe. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Emma for subscribing. Shout out to Skylar for subscribing. Shout out to Alexis for subscribing. Shout out to Hannah for subscribing. Shout to Christina for subscribing. Shout to Ryland for subscribing. Presley for subscribing. No, I didn't get invited to LA. And I'm going to crash the frick out, bro. Shout to Presley for subscribing. But it's okay, because I'm going somewhere even better. So, should I donate 500? If you do, I'm actually going to freak out, bro. It's up to you. Shout out to Mia. Shout out to Will. Shout out to Trevor. Shout out to Lennon for subscribing. Guys, if you donate, you get your name on the board. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Tamara for subscribing. Shout out to Trev. Shout out to Emmy. Shout out to Hannah. Bro, it actually makes me mad, though, because I'm friends with some of the people that are going. So it's, like, annoying, you know? It's basically if you don't have TikTok and you're a creator on TikTok, you don't get invited. Shout out to Ariana for subscribing. Shout out to Felicity. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Rat and Roach for subscribing. Central C for subscribing. Shout out to Harper for subscribing. Shout out to Reggie for subscribing. Shout out to Jackson for subscribing. Shout out to Kirby for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Thank you guys so much for joining. Everyone in the chat, do me a favor. There are a lot of YouTubers. I know I feel like most of the YouTubers that are going also have TikTok, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have TikTok. I'm not allowed to have it. Guys, everyone spam click your screens like this. Spam click your screens like this. Double tap your screens, guys. Let's get to 200 likes. Shout out to Sloan for subscribing. Shout out to Cruz for subscribing. Helena for subscribing. Yeah. Shout out to Taylor. Shout out to Trevor. Shout out to Holly. Shout out to Arinella for subscribing. Trevor for subscribing. Elena for subscribing. Olivia for subscribing. Ariella for subscribing. Shout out to Relly for subscribing. Riso for subscribing. Alyssa for subscribing. You're going to go? All right. Bye, Hannah. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat. Let's try to get to 280,000 tonight before I have to go to bed and then wake up at 4 tomorrow. Shout out to Jazzy for subscribing. Shout out to Holland for subscribing. Shout out to Abby for subscribing. Shout out to Lucy for subscribing. Shout out to Carter for subscribing. Shout out to Elena for subscribing. Shout out to Madeline for subscribing. Shout out to Carter. Shout out to Ella. Shout out to Angel for subscribing. Yeah, I bet it's fun. Shout out to Annie for subscribing. Alana for subscribing. Asadel for subscribing. Tim for subscribing. Landon for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names in the chat. Thank you guys so much for the support. Shout out to Javen for subscribing. Ariana for subscribing. Ava for subscribing. You can make an edit of me if you want. I don't care. Shout out to Elo. Shout out to Mia. Shout out to Rachel. Shout out to Carter. Shout out to Faith. Shout out to Oliver. Shout out to Jenna. Thank you guys so much. Hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Appreciate you guys so much. Shout out to Had for subscribing. King for subscribing. Eli, what's your question? What's up? Shout out to Madeline. Shout out to Emily. Shout out to Michael. Shout out to Madeline. Shout out to Trey for subscribing. HC for subscribing. Gianna for subscribing. Anthony, thank you for subscribing. So I called her fake. She did not agree, so I told her to get up. She did not. I just pray about it. Shout out to Aiden for subscribing. Shout out to Cody's for subscribing. Shout out to Austin for subscribing. Shout out to Rain for subscribing. Guys, if you donate, you get your name on the whiteboard. The bigger the donor, the bigger the circle you get around your name. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Let's try to get to 280,000. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. Shout out to Kira for subscribing. Shout out to Naya for subscribing. Shout out to Carter for subscribing. Shout out to Kira for subscribing. Shout out to Nyla for subscribing. Shout out to Rylan for subscribing. Ty for subscribing. Rio for subscribing. Arden for subscribing. Luca, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Riley, for subscribing. Thank you, Hudson, for subscribing. Thank you, Luca. Shout out to Ara for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat for a shout out. Appreciate you guys so much for joining. If you donate, you get your name on the board. Everyone, triple tap your screens, double tap your screens like this, guys. Let's get to 250 likes. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Eva. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Shout out to Kira. Shout out to Chanel. Shout out to Jace for subscribing. Thank you so much, Terrell, for subscribing. Thank you, Chandler, for subscribing. Thank you, Terrell, for subscribing. Thank you, Cole, for subscribing. Thank you, Walt, for subscribing. Thank you, Crystal, for subscribing. Thank you, Olive, for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names in the chat. Shout out to Maverick. Shout out to Kayanda for subscribing. Shout out to Domo for subscribing. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Shout out to Riley. Shout out to Anna. Shout out to Kira. Shout out to Catherine for subscribing. Thank you so much, guys. We're 285 subscribers away from 280. Everyone hit that subscribe button. Comment your names in the chat. Shout out to Bobby. Shout out to Roro. Shout out to Lamara. Shout out to Kobe. Shout out to Kira. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Dylan. Shout out to Miracle. Shout out to Colby for subscribing. Shout out to Blaze for subscribing. Shout out to Lena for subscribing. Shout out to Miracle for subscribing. Shout out to Skylar for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Kira. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Levi. Shout out to Henok for subscribing. Shout out to Kira for subscribing. Kulian for subscribing. Jamie for subscribing. Shout out to Colbert for subscribing. Shout out to Henok for subscribing. Kira for subscribing. Landon for subscribing, Joshua for subscribing, Lexi for subscribing, Ali for subscribing, Marab for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Thank you guys so much for the support. Shout out to Ron Third for subscribing, Melody for subscribing. Shout out to Felix for subscribing. Shout out to Aaliyah for subscribing. Thank you so much. Shout out to, oh my goodness, bro. Shout out to Sam for subscribing. Thank you so much. Layla. Shout out to Cody. Shout out to Jose for subscribing. Thank you so much. Cassie for subscribing. Thank you, Nathan, for subscribing. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Izzy, for subscribing. Guys, if you donate, you get your name on the board. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want a shout out. We're on the road to 300K. We're trying to get to 280 tonight. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Trayon for subscribing. Tyrone for subscribing. Allison for subscribing. Ava for subscribing. Harper for subscribing. Carter for subscribing. Cammy for subscribing. Miracle for subscribing. Ava for subscribing, Camille for subscribing, Luca for subscribing, Mia for subscribing, Kayla for subscribing, Noah for subscribing, Roro for subscribing. Hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat, guys. We're 200 subscribers away from 280. Shout out to Kira. Shout out to Riley for subscribing, Meredith for subscribing, Cody for subscribing, Henok for subscribing. Guys, if you comment your names down in the chat, hit that subscribe button if you want to shout out. That's all you got to do. If you donate, you get your name on the board. Hey, shout out to Carter for the $2 donation and Danisville for the 1. Danny and then Carter. Thank you guys so much for the donation. Let's get your name on the board. Danny for 1. Carter for 2. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. If you donate, you get your name on the board. Shout out to Charlotte for subscribing. Thank you so much. Harper for subscribing. Abril for subscribing. Joseph for subscribing. Emma for subscribing. Maddie for subscribing. Skyland for subscribing. Angie, thank you for subscribing. Ben for subscribing. Adriana for subscribing. Harper, thank you for subscribing. Abby for subscribing. Ronnie for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Let's go. Shout out to Lacey. Shout out to Daniel. Shout out to Corey. Shout out to Victoria. Shout out to Laura for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Nah, he didn't. It's a different currency. He didn't donate 7. Shout out to Hunter for subscribing. Nate for subscribing. Penelope for subscribing. Mags for subscribing. Demarion for subscribing. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat. Thank you guys so much for the support. Shout out to Maddie for subscribing. Shout out to Eden for subscribing. Shout out to Felixin for subscribing. Shout out to Delfino for subscribing. Hazel for subscribing. Thank you so much. Harper for subscribing. Thank you, Joe, for subscribing. Thank you, Chamber, for subscribing. Appreciate you so much. Wes for subscribing. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Spencer for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Lisa. Shout out to Abby for subscribing. Shout out to Lily for subscribing. Shout out to Taylor for subscribing. Thank you so much. Tolliver for subscribing. Aldrin for subscribing. If you donate, you get your name on the board, guys. Whoever donates gets their name on the board. Thank you so much for the support. Shout out to Haley. Shout out to Morel for subscribing. Courtney for subscribing. Diana for subscribing. Natalie for subscribing. Sheldon for subscribing. Mason for subscribing. Taylor for subscribing. Caleb for subscribing. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Aria, for subscribing. Thank you, Carson, for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names in the chat. We're 95 subscribers away. If you want to shout out, all you got to do is subscribe. Comment your names in the chat. Shout out to Tom. Shout out to Lincoln. Shout out to Luna. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to Devi. Shout out to Nenny for subscribing. Bailey for subscribing. Kata for subscribing. Forge for subscribing. Oh my goodness. Dingus. Dingus, thank you so much for that $10 donation. W Dingus, guys. Go subscribe to Dingus right now. Thank you so much, bro. Let's get your name on the board. Shout out to Dingus for the $10 dono. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Really appreciate you, bro. That helps out so much. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat. Let's get to 280,000. Shout out to Daniel. Shout out to Willow for subscribing. Shout out to Misty. Shout out to Emily. Shout out to Madeline. Shout out to Willow. Shout out to Macy. Shout out to Ford. Shout out to Callie. Shout out to Samantha. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names in the chat if you want to shout out. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Sarah for subscribing. Shout out to Denim for subscribing. Shout out to Reese for subscribing. Shout out to Misty for subscribing. Andres for subscribing. Mark for subscribing. Jacqueline for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat if you want to shout out. Thank you guys so much. If you donate, you get your name on the board. Appreciate you guys so much. Shout out to Mia. Shout out to Noah. Shout out to Sarah. Shout out to Dylan. Shout out to Eliza. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Dylan. Shout out to Sebastian. Shout out to Sarah. Shout out to Nevea. Shout out to Ava for subscribing. Shout out to Rachel for subscribing. Gianna, thank you for subscribing. Connor for subscribing. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Comment your names down in the chat. Thank you so much. If you donate, you get your name on the board. Appreciate you so much. Shout out to Kaysen. Shout out to Andreas. Shout out to Bentley for subscribing. Layana for subscribing. Bo for subscribing. Cadence for subscribing. Madeline for subscribing. Harper, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Frankie, for subscribing. Thank you, Rachel. Oh my goodness, chat. Thank you so much for 280,000 subscribers. You guys are absolutely insane. I'm going to do one more row of shoutouts. Then I probably got to hop off stream. I don't know. Because I got to wake up really early. Shout out to Gunner. Shout out to Harper. Shout out to Jose. Shout out to Josie. Shout out to Juliet. Shout out to Ida. Shout out to Marley for subscribing. Ariana for subscribing. Ella for subscribing. Aaliyah for subscribing. Elle for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names in the chat. Shout out to Chase for subscribing. Natalie for subscribing. Mela for subscribing. Juan for subscribing. EJ for subscribing. Mia for subscribing. Mateo for subscribing. Juan for subscribing. Sarah for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names in the chat. If you donate, you get your name on the board. Thank you guys so much for the support. Appreciate y'all a lot. Appreciate y'all a lot. Shout out to Sarah for subscribing. Thank you so much. Morella for subscribing. Angela for subscribing. Emma for subscribing. Thank you, Amy, for subscribing. Thank you, Angela, for subscribing. Kendrick for subscribing. Emmy for subscribing. Mark for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Soph for subscribing. Cadence for subscribing. Shelby for subscribing. Abby for subscribing. Daniel, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Sarah, for subscribing. Thank you, Zephana, for subscribing. Thank you, Shelby, for subscribing. Guys, hit that sub button. Comment your names down in the chat. Thank you so much. I got to hop off stream in like 2 minutes because I got to go to bed, sadly. But, you know, I'll probably be live tomorrow at some point. But I have a long travel day tomorrow, so I don't know what's going to happen, honestly. But, you know, I got to wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow in the morning, which is going to suck. But, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm about to go on vacation. I'm going to have the best content ever. Trust me, chat. And then there's this long-form video coming out soon that you have the possibility to get a gift card, possibly. So, yeah, you're not going to want to miss it, guys. And at 300K, I'm doing a gift card giveaway as well. So, and we're getting closer, 20K away. Demarion Smith, thank you so much for that $2 donation. Demarion, let's get your name on the board. Really appreciate you, man. Demarion for the donation. Appreciate you so much, man. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Comment your names in the chat. Wait, why am I saying that? I'm done with shoutouts. But yeah, guys, I'm done with shoutouts for now. I gotta go because gotta wake up so early. I wish I could stay on stream longer, chat. Truly. I truly mean that. But I will be posting shorts tomorrow. So make sure you hit that sub button. I will be posting shorts tomorrow. A long form video is going to come out in the next 2 to 3 days, I'd say. So stay tuned for that. There's going to be a gift card giveaway during it, possibly. And guys, yeah, it's just going to be like so much content in the next couple of days. So yeah. Then stay on. I can't stay on. I got to wake up at 4 a.m., bro. I got to wake up at 4 a.m. She's going to suck. I don't know how I'm going to do that. But, guys, I'll keep y'all updated. Appreciate you guys so much. I hope you have a good rest of your night. God bless y'all. Thank you guys so much to all the donators. Thank you so much for everything, guys. See y'all later.